What is up, everybody? My name is Trevor, and I'm back with another Madden NFL 19 video. This time we have some gameplay between the Eagles and the Saints, which takes place in franchise mode towards the back half of the season. I don't remember which week, but it's towards the end of the season. And why did I pick these two teams? Well, I thought it would be a good, interesting matchup, to say the least. So this isn't taken from the preview event we attended in San Francisco a couple weeks ago. This is actually from the final build of the game, our review copy, which arrived. Thank you, EA Sports, for sending that to us. We received it a couple days ago. Now, the embargo for reviews have lifted, so there might be a few that are trickling out there. We are not ready with our review quite yet. 2 days just isn't enough time to really dive deep into all the modes and really sink our teeth into this Madden. So we're going to take our time with it. We're going to really get into all the modes, and you can expect our review, probably within a week or so. We should have it live, when I get my act together, as usual. What can I say? So yes, you're going to see some gameplay between the Eagles and the Saints. The running game, as I've talked about in previous Madden previews, which you can catch on COGconnected.com. Yeah, the running feels a lot different. Feels a bit slower, and it's taking some getting used to. I am still trying to get used to it, even with about a half a dozen or so games in. I am still trying to find my way with the running games. I'm more inclined to pass, which feels largely the same. The passing in Madden 19 really feels similar to Madden 18, so it's just a comfort thing. I feel good throwing the ball, and I'm having a lot more success throwing the ball than I am running the ball. There are some new animations with the receivers that I noticed this year, and you will probably notice in this video as well. Of course, we've talked about the new TD celebrations. You'll see some of that. There's also a new halftime show, which you weren't able to see in some of the preview videos that are shared, but you will see it in this particular video, which is cool. It's always nice to see a new halftime show. What else can I tell you? The defense, the zone defense seems a little bit tighter, a little bit more responsive. Otherwise, I don't notice a heck of a lot of differences on the defensive side of the ball. As far as Ultimate Team, I do love the fact that those contracts are gone. No more annoying contracts to have to worry about. You can also upgrade certain players, maybe all the players, but you can definitely upgrade certain players. I had a Bobby Wagner starting out at a 68, and within like a half an hour, I was able to upgrade him to a 75, just using those training points that I received a whole boatload of them when I unlocked several packs right off the hop. But yeah, upgrading the players is a cool, interesting little twist to MUT this year. And yeah, I love the fact that you can take your team through an entire NFL season and the Super Bowl. That is a nice little addition this year. And of course, MUT Squads is back. If you're into that co-op action, it is back again. I haven't jumped into that yet this year, but I will. Yeah, and that's all I can think of for MUT. Long Shot 2, of course, the story between Colt and Devin is back again. There's more gameplay this time around, so there's less of those silly sort of guiding the football towards the receiver missions. Instead, it's more traditional Madden gameplay intertwined with the story-driven narrative, which so far seems not too bad. I'm only about an hour in, but I am curious to see where that story finishes up. Franchise mode, not a heck of a lot of changes there. The big change this year is those skill attributes and those schemes. You can't upgrade individual skills anymore. It's these big looping skills that you upgrade, and that's sort of the one big change with the franchise mode this year. Otherwise, I don't see a ton of changes. It's still the same franchise mode that we've gotten used to. Of course, visually, it looks fantastic as always. I am disappointed the new Rams Stadium isn't in the game, at least not yet. Maybe it will be day one, but it wasn't in there, so I'm a little disappointed we're not seeing the new stadium. Not quite sure why, because I'm pretty sure it's built. Yeah, it's not there. Maybe it will be. What else can I say? The music's there's not a good mix this year. It's mostly all rap. Now, this may appease most Madden fans. I don't know. I like a good mix. I didn't necessarily get that much of a mix this time around. But hey, you got Post Malone, Cardi B, and the likes. There's lots of good artists there, and I think it's a solid soundtrack. I just would like to see a little bit more mix. But enough yapping from me. I will shut up. I'll let you watch the game. If you're a hardcore Madden fan, I want to hear from you. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Leave us a sub, leave us a like, leave us a comment. Do all the things, and of course, keep it locked on COGconnected.com for our review, which should be up, hopefully within a week.
My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and he just got a nice first down.
He'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Nigel Bradham coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. For the Eagles, a look now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
21. 11.
On third and long, it's Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Come on now.
So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's brought down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 86 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. 3-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit the tackle to Kurt Coleman.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Now Breeze lost the football, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Breeze now to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Camara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And Ginn's got it. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Breeze to throw. On the check down, he finds Camara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. On second down, here's Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on fourth down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change the...
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw, pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Get set.
Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Breeze now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Breeze now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll start out on the ground with a giant. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start in the Motor City. Carolina paying a visit to Detroit. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. DJ Moore. 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Eli Manning has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Cole Beasley, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
All right, partner, that's it. That's a video game highlight catch right there. Acrobatic, one hand, come down with the football. Look, if you and I are playing Madden right now, I'm throwing down my control. I'm done. That's it. I can't do this anymore. Yet, we see it happen just about every week. All these guys need is a chance, and they're making those types of plays, even if we don't believe what we just saw.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Wasn't a ton of space, but a great move. He's able to work it to the 20-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Alex Okafor coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Alvin Camara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Camara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Flushed out right. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Ready? You ready?
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Camara trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th.
Here we go. Four down.
Off the play fake to Camara. It's Breeze. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And out now come the Eagles. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that second down completion actually went back a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz got to have this one. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw is Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going up top. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. Time for a break. Time for a break. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st down, Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. and somehow incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They start the drive on the ground. Camara. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Staying on the ground on first with Camara. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Get set, get set. Hey, left, 28 left. 4 down. Jump, 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 jump. Slam, slam. 11, 11, 11. 58, boy, 58. 95, 11, 11, 11. 95, 56. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Bree's going to throw here. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Ingram again, a first down carry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for New Orleans, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons.